Resident Evil, released in 1996 for the original PlayStation and developed by Capcom, is one of the most influential video games ever made. Directed by Shinji Mikami, the game not only established the foundations of the survival horror genre but also changed how horror could be experienced in interactive media. For its time, Resident Evil delivered impressive visuals through the use of pre-rendered backgrounds combined with polygonal 3D character models. This technique allowed Capcom to create detailed, atmospheric environments despite the limited hardware of the PS1. The fixed camera angles enhanced tension, often hiding enemies just outside the player's view. However, character models are blocky by modern standards, and animations can feel stiff. Despite this, the mansion's design remains iconic, with strong use of lighting, shadows, and environmental detail to build dread. Resident Evil's gameplay focuses on resource management, exploration, and puzzle solving. Players must carefully manage limited ammunition, healing items, and inventory space. Combat is deliberately slow and clunky, featuring tank controls that require the player to stop moving in order to aim. While this control scheme can feel frustrating, it was intentionally designed to increase vulnerability and fear. The emphasis on avoidance rather than constant combat distinguishes Resident Evil from traditional action games. The story follows members of the elite STARS unit as they investigate a series of mysterious murders near Raccoon City. After taking refuge in a seemingly abandoned mansion, they uncover a sinister conspiracy involving the Umbrella Corporation, illegal experiments, and the T-Virus. While the narrative is relatively simple, it is effective. Environmental storytelling, documents, and audio logs help build the world and deepen the mystery. The soundtrack is subtle and atmospheric, often relying on silence to heighten tension. When music is present, it emphasizes unease rather than action. Sound effects such as footsteps, creaking doors, and distant moans play a crucial role in creating fear. The infamous door-opening loading screens, while born from technical necessity, became an iconic element of suspense. Resident Evil is a challenging game, especially for newcomers. Limited saves via ink ribbons, scarce resources, and dangerous enemies force players to think strategically. Mistakes can be punishing, and poor planning can lead to unwinnable situations. This high difficulty reinforces the survival aspect of the experience. Resident Evil was groundbreaking in several ways. Defined the survival horror genre, popularized fixed camera angles for tension, introduced cinematic presentation in horror games, emphasized fear through limitation rather than action. Its design philosophy influenced countless future titles. The original PS1 release had multiple versions. Japanese version, more gore and slightly higher difficulty. International version, reduced violence and difficulty adjustments. Director's Cut 1997 added a new game mode and an infamous altered soundtrack. DualShock version added analog support and a different music score, often criticized for its lower quality. Each version refined or altered the experience slightly, with purists often favoring the original release. Hardware limitations restricted voice acting quality, facial animations, and load times. The famously cheesy dialogue, "You were almost a Jill sandwich," is partly due to limited localization resources and memory constraints. Despite these issues, Capcom used creative solutions to maximize atmosphere within technical limits. Resident Evil was inspired by Capcom's earlier game Sweet Home 1989. Shinji Mikami initially disliked horror games but ended up redefining the genre through careful pacing, environmental design, and psychological tension. The development team focused heavily on fear through limitation, rather than graphical realism. Positive points: strong atmosphere and tension. Iconic level design: Spencer Mansion. Innovative survival horror mechanics. Memorable sound design. High replay value with different characters. Negative points: clunky controls, stiff animations. Weak voice acting. can be frustrating for modern players. Comparing to the 2002 remake of the game, the original provides a much more easy and comfortable experience, while the remake shoves your screen with extra content, such as the Crimson Heads, which are zombies who revive after killed in a stronger aggressive state. If you want a more puzzle and mysterious approach to this classic horror, go for the PS1 version. It'll be a much more sweet playthrough than the GameCube remake. I'll get more in detail when we review the modern iteration of this game. Despite its age and limitations, Resident Evil 1996 remains a landmark title. It is not just a classic, it is the foundation upon which an entire genre was built. That's it for now, guys. If you want more content about the Resident Evil games or other classic games, subscribe to our channel and leave a like. See you around for more golden reviews.